Okay.
Hey, Con.
Ingen bil? Nei. Okay. Ha det. This is the way we came. We could turn around though. So turn around here. Turn around. Yeah. All right. That's what happens sometimes on our journey. We go the wrong way. GPS doesn't always pick it up until we're actually driving. And we could have gone either way, actually. So when we were driving here the other day, I was so excited. I was so excited. I hadn't been here in such a long time. I have such good memories of being here with her. When I first came, when I was 11 years old, alone, flying all the way from my family home in Canada by myself to spend the summer in Norway with my cousins. So it's a very important place to me. And my cousin and I, when we were children, swam in the lake. She didn't speak English. I was just learning Norwegian. And we had the child's language of play. We went up in the mountains and picked blueberries and lingonberries. And I fell in love with nature. And it's been a part of my imprinted in me. This place has made its mark on me forever and ever. So to come back here again, I have been here since I was little, only a few times. And to have Andrew coming here with me has been like unbelievably fantastic. For him to see the places that I love and made me who I am, the wife, the woman he loves. It's because of this this place. Yesterday we climbed the mountain Andøysnatten, so you can see from the lake, from the hytta. You can see Andøysnatten. It's a big mountain, looks like a troll sleeping. Went on a hike. That was took us a day. So we decided to come up on this hiking trail today because the weather is beautiful. But we last time I did this hike was in 2000, which means I was 25 years younger than I am today. So it was a little different than I imagined it. It was harder.
It took about 2 hours to get from the parking lot up to the top.
Yeah.
And the views are just tremendous because you get right to the very top of the mountain and you can look all the way around 360 degrees. Not blocked by trees. You can just see everything. You see the lake.
Yeah.
You can see the
Farms.
farms and ski hill in the distance that still has some snow on the top.
Nordfjell. Hi. This is the cousin responsible for bringing me to Sigdal, or us to Sigdal, because it's her place. See that stone pier? Everyone piles a stone on it, and you can see down the lake down here. So the trip yesterday was very special to have Andrew with me going up Andøysnatten, and it's a lot harder than I remember. It was steep. Of course, I was 25 years younger last time I was up on Andøysnatten, and that makes a difference when you're in your senior years. But what a beautiful hike, right up to the top. Like Andrew said, it's like 360 degrees of looking over the farmland, the mountains. It's just beautiful. Lots of red barns, red houses, black houses like ours, and white houses, all of wood and well maintained. They are built to last. time to take a break and have something to eat before we go where we're going. And I'm just going to let my cousin know that we are going to be arriving later than we expected again. This is the machine going down the road. We've just passed through a gate. Turned onto this gravel road over a bridge. And now we've gone through a gate because there's lots of sheep and still have 1.5 kilometers left. So hope we're on the right place, because no one said anything about this road, so I have no idea if we're on the right track. I mean, the GPS says we're on the right trail, but you know what I mean. Like, you never know. You just never know. Okay. Yes. Sheep on the trail on the road. That's 5 to 25. There's a lake right over here, and we're expecting that this is the lake the hytte is on. Go through the gate. I think I'll get off the laundry and I can that too. I can. Then the scrap there. Okay. Yeah. Not a good place for my stand to get on. I should have gone on that side of the road. Can you see Andrew? There he goes, getting the gate to make sure the sheep don't get out. Now, how many more gates do we go through? Yep, that's the number. I'm stuck.
That's pretty close.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
No, we have Ostris, Lillehus. That's not far from Mice, and we are leaving it after going here for breakfast. There is a tractor coming towards us. I have to wait till Andrew goes off the road. Stopping. We're gonna go into Bergen and Lofthus, where our son had spent some time. And so change of plan. It's not gonna work these next few days. So instead we are going to head up to Lillehammer. Andrew has a camera that is attached on his helmet here so that he can take some road images. But it came off. Thankfully now, not when we're on the road, on the highway. So he can't take any footage. So we're now we're gonna have to find a hardware store to find a product called 3M, which is a double-sided, very strong kind of tape, but it's not a tape, but it can attach things to plastic. So that's what we are going to be looking for. It's always something that needs to be fixed. Not always, but often. When we were driving on this road, my camera actually died, so I had to put a new battery in when I was driving on the dirt road, which would have been so much more fun if Andrew's camera was working, because it's just full of sheep everywhere and on the road, just hanging around, sleeping, eating. So we have to go slowly and wake them up or get them to move on. Move along. Okay, going by a little boutique, used goods store. Ooh, that's hard for me to go by. But in a motorcycle, maybe a good thing, not so good. It's like you have only room for what you need. You can't bring a whole bunch of extra things along with you, which means you can't buy things along the way, really, unless you're going to send it home. We climbed quite high in the mountains, and we are now on very high mountain plateaus. And on the way here, we passed a lot of hytter. Beautiful road again, but very high mountain plateau, like the tundra. And there's no trees, no forests, just open, very much like Scotland, but very different in the colors. Lots of rock hyttas with grass roofs. You'll see them in our photographs. Can't see them from Andrew, unfortunately, because the helmet attachment that he had for his camera detached, so he can't use his camera. But I think you can maybe see some from behind me. I'm not sure. This would be very much a winter wonderland in the wintertime. I kind of think this has a late spring melt. I wish you could see this. I wish you could see this. We were in Ringebu, and now we are on Ringebuveien. This is probably an old, very old route on the high mountains. 300 meters, we are turning left. We've made our way down the mountain.
It's Røros is a mining town, and they mine copper. Send copper all over the world from here. I mean, it's a town that has always, it would never die. It kept going because of the mining. And they had, I think, through the time when the mine was active, I think it burned down, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times. But they kept rebuilding it. I'm not sure when the mining closed, so don't quote me on it. I'm just going by memory, but I think it was in the 70s sometime that the mine closed for good. And now I believe it's a heritage site.
So let's recap this journey. We started the video in Sigdal, where we stayed for a couple of days and then left. We drove up the number 35 past Hønefoss, which is a little city that has an amazing waterfall that goes through the town, hence the name Hønefoss, Foss meaning falls. Number E16 took us all the way up to my cousin's hytte, where we stayed a couple of nights in a very charming hytte with my family, and left the next day from the little yellow house hytte, from another little hytte. And from there we drove up past Lillehammer, where we didn't find the tape that we were looking for, so we continued on our journey because we were heading to Røros, a beautiful old mining town, and the countryside that we passed to get to Hønefoss, especially this area here, was spectacular. It was high tundra with lots of hyttas. Norwegians love their hyttas, and right down into the valley again of Røros. So this is where we wanted to stay for a few days and have a rest in the warm weather and enjoy this old historic town.